Okay, so we heard about the course, well, I heard about the course junior year when we were taking AP BBC calculus. And it would have been the course that you would take afterwards if you did well. So I decided to do it because I was doing well and I wanted to have the experience of what the next level of math class would be in continuation. So I heard about it from both my counselor and from my math teacher, Miss Deveridge. And then that's when I decided to look for the course and started signing up for it in the summer.
Okay.
Same thing.
Why should you take this class if anyone else is interested in it, and how has it benefited you?
Well, I really like the fact that I could take the class with college students, and it's just a different like vibe that they give, because a lot of them already have like their majors decided and that they're going to like transfer right after. So I just like that they were really passionate and they really wanted to do well in the class, and I just like that. I think it's very interesting to have like a group with different people and stuff. It was nice.
What I really enjoyed about the class was that it was all centered around the applications of calculus. For instance, it was the very first time that I saw a very useful application for imaginary numbers. Other than that, it's always just been a concept. So it's more of an in-depth look at how engineers use calculus throughout their work. It was primarily mechanical engineering, but it's still good to take.
Also, going back to what Zainab was saying earlier about how like, you are with college people, going to campus to take this class, you really do feel like you're in college, because you are going to the building and you're taking a class with a professor at the college with students who are older than you at college, who've taken either classes earlier or taking classes with you. So it truly, if you would truly want to feel like you are at college, this is one of the classes that you can use to make it feel that experience.
Are there like any skills or requirements that you need to succeed in the class?
Yeah, you need to take AP Calc BC and do really well in the exam. And you should know like everything pretty much. Like Euler's method keeps coming up, things like that, like derivative. You need to know your rules, you need to know them really well.
You really have to be good with, you have to be well-rounded. You can't just understand how to manipulate formulas.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
yeah, like you use MATLAB a lot to graph the equations so that you can see like at each point how the formula changes. So it really sharpens up your analytic, your graphical, and just all-around math skills.
And just like any other CI class, you have to have the time, because you learn about a section of a book like every single class. So it's like maybe one day is 1.1, the next day is 1.2, the next day is 1.3. So you have to be able to keep up and study on your own to make sure you understand each section before moving on, because the sections keep building up on one another.
And so, like going back to the benefits of a college class, the class that we had was only it only met 2 times a week, and then every meeting that we had or every class was a different section. So you had to like keep up with that. And I think, and that's just not like talked about enough, and it's really tough. Like if you need to balance out your priorities and whether you should even take it that year or that semester. Like if you're doing a sport, I don't know, maybe you could do it, but it's harder to manage.
Is there anything else you would want to tell a junior about this course?
Yeah, I would talk about when you plan out how you would put it in your schedule. Because Zainab and I planned it out so that we would have it during the day, so about in the morning after first period. And I think, Dan, you did it after school, right? So there's ups and downs for both of them. I would say with the one where you take it during the day, one of the positives is you get, on the days you don't have the class, you get 3 periods of free time that you can use for studying for the class or other things at school, which can be really beneficial when like there's a lot you got to do senior year. You can use that time to work on applications or work on projects and stuff. But also one of the cons would be that since it is during the day, you have to leave, and you have to make sure that you both leave on time and come back on time so that you are in time for your other classes in high school, because you can't just forget about that. And it can be difficult sometimes. For example, I had to take, both of us had to take the bus forward and back, and if the bus was late, then we wouldn't have enough time for lunch or whatever. So you just have to consider, if you're going to take it during the day, that you have to put that into your perspective of you have to have enough time to go back and forth and everything. Do you want to say anything about that? That's like after.
Well, yeah, I would say that you shouldn't shy away from a class just because of the duration or how hard it sounds. If you truly enjoy it, then it'll come naturally to you, and it will just, the time will fly by very quickly, and self-studying won't even seem like you're studying at all, so.
So enjoy yourself. That's the last thing. Like if you're not enjoying yourself, I'm pretty sure you need to talk about it with someone. Like you can go to your professor if you're having a hard time, or like talk to other people who are taking the course. And there's always like, and know your resources, like where you can go when you need help. So before you take the course, because you're not like the only person who's going to struggle.